kids. In this session you are going to learn about advent of the Europeans. After the capture of Constantinople by the Turks in AD 1453, the land route between India and Europe was closed. Amongst the entire European nations, Portugal was the foremost to make a dynamic attempt to discover a sea route to India. Prince Henry of Portugal, he was known as the navigator because he encouraged his countrymen to take up the adventurous life of exploring the unknown regions of the world. Bartolomeu Dias, a Portuguese sailor, reached the southernmost point of Africa in 1487. He was patronized by the King John II. Vasco da Gama, another Portuguese sailor, reached the southernmost point of Africa and he continued his journey to Mozambique, from where he sailed to India with the help of an Indian pilot in AD 1498. He reached Calicut, where he was cordially received by King Zamorin, the ruler of Calicut. A second Portuguese navigator, Pedro Alvares Cabral, sailed towards India with 13 ships and a few hundred soldiers in 1500. There arose conflicts between the Portuguese and King Zamorin. Again, Vasco da Gama came to India for the second time in 1501 with 20 ships and founded a trading center at Kannur. One after another, they established factories at Calicut and Cochin. Cochin, it was the first capital of the Portuguese East India Company. In 1505, Francisco de Almeida was sent as the first governor for the Portuguese possessions in India. Almeida had the aim of developing the naval power of the Portuguese in India. His policy was known as the Blue Water Policy. Sultans of Bijapur and Gujarat, apprehensive of the expansion of Portuguese control of ports, which led to an alliance between Egypt, Turkey and Gujarat against Portuguese invaders. In a naval battle, Muslim fleet won a victory over the Portuguese fleet. In this one, Almeida's son was killed. So, Almeida defeated the combined Muslim fleet in a naval battle near Diu, and by the year 1509, Portuguese claimed the naval supremacy in Asia. Alfonso de Albuquerque, he was the real founder of the Portuguese power in India. He captured Goa from the Sultan of Bijapur in November 1510. He encouraged the marriages of the Portuguese with Indian women. He maintained friendly relations with the Vijayanagar Empire. During 16th century, Portuguese succeeded in capturing Goa, Daman, Diu, Salsette, Bashin, Chaul and Bombay on the western coast, Hooghly on the Bengal coast and Santhome on the Madras coast, and enjoyed good trade benefits. Due to the influence of Portuguese Catholic religion spread in certain regions on India's western and eastern coast. The printing press. It was set up by the Portuguese at Goa in 1556. A scientific work on the Indian medical plants by a European writer was printed at Goa in 1563. In 17th century, the Portuguese power began to decline to the Dutch. The Dutch, they followed the Portuguese into India. In 1602, the United East India Company of Netherlands was formed and it received the sanction of their government to trade in East India. The Dutch founded their first factory in Machilipatnam in 1605. At first, Pulicat was their headquarters. Later, they shifted it to Nagapatnam in 1690. The most important Indian commodities traded by the Dutch were silk, cotton, indigo, rice and opium. They monopolized the trade in black pepper and other spices. The important factories in India of Dutch were Pulicat, Surat, Sinsura, Kasim Bazar, Patna, Nagapatnam, Balasur and Cochin. In between the Portuguese, Dutch and the English, the rivalry it arose. In 1623, the Dutch cruelly killed 10 English traders and 9 Javanese in Abayona. This incident accelerated the rivalry between the two European companies. The final collapse came with the defeat by the English in the Battle of Petra in 1759, by which they lost their settlements to English and was completely wiped out by the year 1795. Tamil Nadu, the Portuguese established a control over Pulicat since 1502, were overthrown by the Dutch. In Pulicat, the Dutch built the fort Galdira in 1613, which was the seat of Dutch power. The Dutch established their settlement at Pulicat in 1610. Diamonds were exported from Pulicat to the western countries, and Dutch colonies are Nagapattinam, Punnakayal, Porto Nova, Kadalur, and Devanampattinam. Thank you, children.